Have you ever wondered what happens when a poor, kind-hearted boy gets a once-in-a-lifetime chance? That's the story of Charlie Bucket, a young boy living in London with his loving but very poor family. Their world is about to be turned upside down by the most famous chocolatier on the planet, Willy Wonka. Wonka, a genius shrouded in mystery after shutting his factory to the public for years, announces a spectacular contest. Hidden inside 5 of his famous Wonka bars are 5 golden tickets. The finders of these tickets will win a tour of his magical, secret factory and a lifetime supply of chocolate. This isn't just about candy. It's a chance that promises to change their lives forever. We learn about Wonka's incredible success, but also the dark side of the business. How rival chocolatiers stole his secret recipes, forcing him to fire all his workers and become a recluse. This contest is his grand re-emergence, and the whole world is buzzing with excitement. But beneath the sugary surface, the story serves up a sharp critique of our society. It contrasts the extreme poverty of the Bucket family with the absurd wealth and greed of others, like the tale of the Prince of Pondicherry, who demanded a palace made entirely of chocolate, only to watch it melt in the sun. This highlights a powerful theme: how greed can lead to foolishness and suffering. We see the stark reality of poverty through the eyes of the Buckets, yet they never lose their moral compass or their love for one another. Their happiness isn't tied to money. This is a stark contrast to Wonka's own story, where his immense success is built on the labor of the Oompa Loompas, whose working conditions are, let's say, a bit questionable. The story constantly questions the impact of wealth and poverty on our choices and our happiness, showing how greed creates deep divides and injustice in the world. The global hunt for the golden tickets begins, and the excitement is palpable. For Charlie, whose family can barely afford to eat, let alone buy chocolate, the dream of finding a ticket seems almost impossible. His birthday comes, and his one yearly treat, a single Wonka bar, contains no golden ticket. The disappointment is real, but his love for his family keeps his spirits up. Meanwhile, the winners are announced one by one, and a clear pattern emerges. First, there's Augustus Gloop, a boy whose only interest is stuffing his face. Then Veruca Salt, a spoiled brat whose rich father buys thousands of chocolate bars to get her what she wants. Next is Violet Beauregarde, a fiercely competitive gum chewer, and finally, Mike TV, a boy obsessed with television who looks down on everything else. Each child is a caricature of a specific vice, and their parents do nothing but enable their terrible behavior, reflecting a sad state of modern parenting. Charlie's situation, where even getting a single chocolate bar is a struggle, highlights the vast chasm between his world and theirs. After a couple of close calls and heartbreaking near misses, fate finally smiles on Charlie. He finds some money on the street and decides to buy a chocolate bar, and there it is. Gleaming under the wrapper is the 5th and final golden ticket. The joy is explosive. He runs home to tell his family, and the celebration in their small, humble home is pure and beautiful. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated happiness. The contrast between the Bucket family's genuine excitement and the entitled attitudes of the other winners could be more striking. For them, the ticket was just another thing to possess. For Charlie, it's a miracle. As the day of the factory tour approaches, the anticipation is electric. Charlie and his grandpa Joe, who hasn't been out of bed in years, are ready for the adventure of a lifetime. What wonders and what dangers await them inside the mysterious factory? The big day arrives. Charlie and Grandpa Joe join the other winners at the factory gates. When Willy Wonka finally appears, he's an eccentric, whimsical, and slightly unnerving figure. He leads them inside, and what they find is beyond their wildest dreams. They step into a world made entirely of candy. There's a river of chocolate, edible grass, and candy trees. It's a magical, surreal paradise. Here, they meet the Oompa Loompas for the first time, the small, mysterious workers who run the factory. Wonka explains he rescued them from a dangerous land, but the circumstances of their employment feel a bit like indentured servitude, adding another layer of moral ambiguity to Wonka's character. The children are mesmerized by the incredible sights in Wonka's fantastic inventions, but their greed and poor character traits quickly start to surface, setting the stage for the chaos to come. The tour quickly turns into a series of cautionary tales. Each child's fatal flaw leads to their downfall. The first to go is the gluttonous Augustus Gloop. Ignoring Wonka's warnings, he tries to drink directly from the chocolate river, falls in, and gets sucked up a pipe leading to the fudge room. As he's whisked away, the Oompa Loompas appear and perform a synchronized musical number, a catchy but scathing song about the evils of gluttony. It's a bizarre and darkly funny moment. This sets the pattern for the rest of the tour. Each time a child misbehaves, they face a fantastical consequence, followed by a moralizing song from the Oompa Loompas. We also get deeper glimpses into Wonka's own past, revealing a lonely childhood dominated by his strict father, a dentist who forbade him from ever eating candy. This strained relationship shaped him into the eccentric, parent-hating man he is today. Wonka continues to show off his mind-bending inventions, each one a test of character. He presents a stick of three-course dinner chewing gum, a marvel of food science. But he gives a stark warning. It's not ready yet. Of course, the competitive gum chewer, Violet Beauregard, can't resist. She snatches the gum and starts chewing. It goes well at first: tomato soup, roast beef, but when it gets to the blueberry pie dessert, disaster strikes. She begins to turn blue and swell up, transforming into a giant human blueberry. She's rolled away by the Oompa Loompas, who, right on cue, launch into another song, this time about the dangers of excessive gum chewing and disobedience. The theme is clear: ignoring warnings and letting your worst impulses take over has serious consequences. The greed and entitlement of the children and the negligence of their parents are on full display. As the tour group dwindles, it becomes clear that this isn't just a tour. It's a test. Veruca Salt is thrown down a garbage chute by nut-sorting squirrels after they deem her a bad nut. Mike TV, obsessed with television, uses an invention that teleports chocolate to shrink himself and gets trapped inside a TV. Each child's greed and arrogance leads to their comical yet fitting demise. And then there was one. Only Charlie Bucket remains. He hasn't broken any rules, hasn't demanded anything, and has simply enjoyed the wonder of it all. It's at this moment that Wonka's true plan is revealed. This whole contest was designed to find an heir, someone worthy of inheriting his entire chocolate empire. He needed to find a good, honest, kind child, and the golden ticket contest was his elaborate filtering system to weed out all the rotten ones. Willy Wonka then makes Charlie an astounding offer. The entire factory will be his. But there's a catch. Charlie must leave his family behind and come live in the factory with Wonka alone. Wonka's own painful history with his father has made him despise parents and the concept of family. He sees them as a hindrance to creativity and success. This is the final test for Charlie. And in a moment that defines his character, Charlie refuses. He tells Wonka that he wouldn't trade his family for all the chocolate in the world. This simple, powerful act of love and loyalty completely stumps Wonka. It forces him to confront his own deep-seated issues and the loneliness that his success has brought him. He begins to see that his aversion to family is a weakness, not a strength. Charlie's decision to choose family over fortune is what ultimately wins him everything. His refusal prompts Wonka to seek out his own estranged father. With Charlie's help, Wonka finally reconciles with his dad, healing a lifelong wound. This allows Wonka to understand the value of family. He returns to Charlie and renews his offer, but this time on Charlie's terms. The entire Bucket family can move into the factory with him. Charlie, with his kindness, generosity, and strong moral compass, proves to be the perfect heir. He didn't win because he was the smartest or the strongest, but because he was good. The story leaves us with a powerful message. It challenges us to look at our own lives and consider what truly matters. It suggests that true wealth isn't found in money or possessions, but in love, kindness, and generosity. It's a sweet and timeless reminder that a little bit of goodness can change the world. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into a classic story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.